Hi, this is TW Hughes and TW on SI Vlog, and welcome to Fort Wadsworth. We are in the northeast section of Staten Island, the greenest, smallest, and most wonderful borough of New York City. And we are on 226 acres of national park, known as Fort Wadsworth. It's part of the Gateway National Park. There are two other parks on Staten Island that make up this park system. And this at one time was one of the oldest military facilities, operating military facilities in the entire United States. Dates way back. The British actually started things here way back during the Revolution. And it is built on the Narrows. The Narrows with a capital T. The Narrows is the narrowest section of the bay, and it connects Lower Bay to Upper Bay, and Upper Bay being Manhattan, which is also why they built the bridge here. It's also the narrowest part of the bay for building a bridge, and you'll see that shortly. But this is the Narrows, and this is Fort Wadsworth. Now, due to COVID, not everything is open here at the fort, but certainly the bike paths, walking trails, your dog is welcome. And Taboo, my German Shepherd, wanted me to make sure you noted that your dog is welcome here. And indeed in all the other parks as well, and even on the beach after the summer season. This is where we're sitting, where I'm sitting right now, is called the Overlook here at Fort Wadsworth, and this is probably the best view of Manhattan on the island. This is an amazing view, as you'll see. There are a number of facilities here. There's a museum and visitor center, unfortunately not open yet due to COVID. Some ranger services have resumed. The Mount Sec House. The Mount Sec House was preserved from the 1890s. That is currently closed. Well, it should be open after COVID. And then you have Battery Weed down there, which you can't get to, but you can certainly see from up here. Between 1776 and 1783, Staten Island, as well as the rest of New York City, were not, and please note, Staten Island was not part of New York City in the 1780s and 1770s. Staten Island did not become Richmond County. Staten Island did not become part of New York City and become the fifth borough until 1898. But at any rate, during the Revolutionary War, this was occupied by the British. Then in 1779, the British fortified the area and called it which is now we call Fort Wadsworth. But it wasn't until the early 1800s that New York State started to build something here permanently to help defend, again, the Narrows, the bay. During that same period, the state built a number of forts. So if you're familiar with the New York City area, you've got Fort Lafayette in Brooklyn, Castell Williams and Fort Jay on Governor Island, Fort Wood on Liberty Island, and Fort Gibson on Ellis Island, and of course, Fort Wadsworth. This collection of forts became known as the Second American System of Coastal Defense, and was actually, this area was still used up through World War II for defense. It was during the Spanish-American War, 1898, that the fort was greatly expanded. And in 1907, they added lights and electricity. And there's a light on top of Battery Weed that started way back in 1907, and they kept it running until 1965. And then due to the Brooklyn Bridge, they turned off the light, but the bridge actually wasn't completed until 1969. During World War I, there were battery guns here. During World War II, there were anti-aircraft guns here. And from 1995 until 1960, this was the headquarters of an anti-aircraft brigade. And then from 74 to 1979, the Army had the chaplain school here. And then in 1979, Army vacated the site and the Navy made it headquarters for New York City, the New York City station. That lasted until 1994 when the US Navy turned the fort over to the National Park Service. And it is now part of the three parks here on the island. A nice addition. And it's an incredible view. And we hope you enjoy this little short tour of Fort Wadsworth and encourage you to come out and enjoy the view and enjoy the park and bring your dog. This is TW and SI. Thank you for joining me. Stay well.